These are two maces. One of them is has windburst, and the second one has breach. Today I'm gonna show you advanced tips and tricks on how Mace works and what you can do in a combat situation, or if you want to get tier tested like me. Hello, I'm Mario Itari 1122. I'm a low tier 5 in Mace PvP, but if you do not like what tier am I, you can skip it, though I do not really mind. But let's get to it. For today map, we have Theobald the Bird's new updated map, W with the map, because this is a kid that ignore this uh, and also the windburst tree, but you're gonna get bots, two totems, only two totems, and an elytra shield, splash potions, not instant healing, okay? You, this type of armor, and very important, strength potions. So let's get to it. The first tip I can show you right now, it's an wind charge. You need to have good keybinds in order to do it. First of all, you need to sprint, keep a elytra, and when you sprint, you need to double jump to go in flight mode, okay? When you are almost touching the ground, you need to wind charge down and press space, but fast. Because if you do not press space, this is how it's gonna look, and you are not gonna get any boosted, okay? So you're gonna sprint, you're gonna double jump, and after that you're gonna wind charge at your feet when you almost touch the ground, and after that you press space until you get boosted. Very important, and you need to keep notice. If you look up, you're gonna get further up, okay? So you're gonna get distance from the ground. But if you look down, you're gonna go a little bit lower than if you go up, okay? So keep that in mind. So immediately after you wind boost, you can also switch back to your elytra to get more and face it. Now, the second tip I can give you guys, it's bridge swapping. You're awarded an sword, but also a mace with breach enchant. Breach skips 15% of the player armor. So if you fall, let's say for example, if somebody has full netherite armor and you have breach 4 in your inventory, you can fully kill him if you are falling 8 blocks below him. Okay, so keep that in mind. He has full protection for I think 16 blocks, okay? But that's not what we are talking about. So you are getting a sword and breach mace, okay? How you are doing it? You are equipping your shield, your sword, I'm sorry, and after that you are switching fast to your breach mace, okay? So it's gonna look like this. See, very fast. Keep in, keep in mind that you need keybinds, because I'm a low tier and I'm still trying to learn keybinds. I'm telling you guys by myself, by my own experience. You need to have keybinds and learn the keybinds before you do everything. For example, I use 1, 2, 3, 4 on my keyboard, also 5 and 6. But I use my mouse click, my front one, for the bridge, and for my lighter at the back button on my mouse. Okay, so keep that in mind when doing this stuff. So for example, when you are doing an attribute swap from your sword to your mace, you need to learn how you need to be fast. So you need to learn the keybinds before doing everything, okay? So yeah, that's everything about bridge swapping. All right, this is the third tip I can give you guys, but actually a technique that many people use, including myself, called ender pearl catching. I think you guys already know about it, but if you do not know, basically throwing an ender pearl up and after that a wind charge immediately. But there are two types of ender pearl catch. The first one is by looking up and after that switching to your uh, sorry. So you throw up and repel, and after that you throw and wind charge, because guess what? The wind charge has an entity. It's an entity or has an hitbox. Depends on how do you want to say it. I say it has an hitbox. That's all. So optional when you do an enderpearl catch, you can also wear an elytra and surprise attack. Yeah, but there is also an vertical enderpearl catch. How is this gonna work? Like this. It was supposed to like this. See, you need to throw it very fast, and that's basically an vertical enderpearl catch. Okay, basically. Can do it in the middle of there and very fast. And also you need to look a little bit down to the ender pearl to actually count it. To actually okay. And let me show you guys the third tip. This one is gonna be hard level technique. It's gonna be a hard one because you're gonna need to practice it a lot. I don't think you guys already know, but Theo here has a shield. How can we beat Theo if he hasn't shield? Many of you guys may know about a technique called uh, like taking him from the back, hitting him from the back outside his shield. But let's say the player has an very good eye and knows where you are about to go. He predicts it. Okay, how can we counterattack that? Well, there is a technique called stun slamming. Many people know and knows it because it's very powerful and strong. But how can you learn it, you may ask? First of all, you can do some exercises. You can try to learn how to do criticals with a sword immediately, but like very fast. See, and after that, you need to do something called attribute swap, same as breach swap. Okay, it's the same thing, but instead of your breach, you switch to your X to cancel out the shield. Okay, so you can do like this, very fast. Or how fast? Usually 20 ticks per second. Okay, after that you can add a wind charge. Okay, so you are gonna do this very fast, very fast. And if you think you got the move, you can now go to your mace and try to equip it. Okay, try to equip it like this. And if you got this move, there is only one more thing to do now. Do a double click. Oops. Like this. Simple as that, okay? But how does this stun slamming actually work? Well, in Minecraft, there is something called a tick. There are 20 ticks per second. For example, right now, uh, the tick rate is 20, as you can see. But if I change it to 1, look how fast the shield charges. Let's say 1 tick per second. Very slow, right? Very slow. Yeah, very slow. But if let's say we switch it to 20, almost immediately. Okay, so there are 20 ticks per second. So this move, it's not only hard, it's very hard, only because you need to do this in matter of 2 ticks. So 0.2 seconds. Okay, 0.2 no, 0.1 actually. Uh, what am I talking about? You guys know what I mean already, don't worry. Okay, so do as I told you. First of all, practice sword create. After that, try to do attribute swap with your sword and axe. After that, throw in a little bit of an wind charge up, okay, and try to hit him until you got the move. And the third move you can also switch to Mace to make sure you got it. And the third and final move, you just need to do the double click, you know, like this, like this. Mhm. Okay, basically. Also, in this time slam that I'm learning you guys, clicks per second does not mean anything. You just need to double click, that's all. And I recommend you guys either do double click, butterfly click, or have an external mouse. There is a joke that people you actually use. No, it's not a joke. People actually use a mouse at those. I saw it myself. It's not actually a joke, but yeah. Uh, okay, so this is supposed to be the end of the video, but it's not gonna be. I'm gonna show you guys a video of myself fighting somebody using all of these tricks. Very important. Not the stump slamming. I will see if I have a video when I use it, but cap of the video before where I'm gonna show you guys a video on how I use everything. Okay. Also, there is gonna be back voice, okay, of me explaining what I did and why. Okay, but what I learned you guys today: wind charge boost, okay, a simple one. After that, oh come on, uh, bridge, bridge switch, okay, bridge attribute swap with the sword, okay, like this. After that, ender pearl catch, a simple. Why it does not? Why it does not work when I try to explain it? Anyway, ender pearl catch, side ender pearl catch, and very important stun slamming. Okay. I also told you guys how you can practice them and master them, of course. But the best tip I can give you guys is practice it. Uh, Practice it whenever you can. Have good keybinds, and everything is by muscle memory. Okay, so if you do it like 20 times or something, your muscle memory will remember and it that move. Okay, and maybe right now, if somebody is watching this that is low tier and high tier 4, low tier 4, low tier 3, high tier 3, or more, much more than this, and he's wondering, oh my god, why is he having a potion of swiftness instead of a shield? Okay, well, that's a good question, because hey, I'm a low tier 5 and I still myself do not know the keybinds. Okay, I still do not know them, so I'm still trying to learn them. I'm not doing big steps, and you guys should not also do big steps. Okay, we cannot be only robots. Okay, so right now I'm trying to still learn bridge swap and the very important combos in the air. So I just added into my inventory the bridge mace, but I usually wasn't playing. You guys were watching my old videos, okay? But yeah, I'm done with the yapping and stuff. Thank you for watching this. Now I'm gonna leave you with the video. Mario Itare 1122 out. Okay guys, it's me, Mario Itare 1122. We're actually gonna have two matches because the first one was kind of short, and I said, okay, let me run another one on the back. Uh, so yeah. First of all, here I first of all I started with eating a golden apple. Okay, very important, because the golden apple does everything at at the start, because it fills up hunger, so you can heal a little bit extra, and it counts. Okay, this guy was using a bridge style. Okay, so I didn't saw at first with what Mace was playing, and I was not really concentrated. Here I did a little bit of enderpearl catching, but it did not work so well. but just an example that how it looks like, okay? The ender pearl catching in the middle of the air, like vertical, you know. After that, I started to adapt to his style of play and use the sword because I work much more better with a sword than with a totem when I'm fighting somebody with a breach sword, breach mace style of play, you know. So here I just started to mace him, and as you can see, I won. So basically, the strategy was here: keep the shield up, move for him to not hit me. Um, Use ender pearl, ender pearl plus wind charge when needed, and very important. And let's not forget it. Uh, to mace, to sometimes try to mace, and you can also breach swap because you're using the shield, so it's much more safety. Here, again, I started with the golden apple, and I started to mace him. The match was kind of balanced in my opinion, but I still won. By the way, don't worry. But here, how it this guy was using an wind burst mace, so I used my usually main styles of if I get hit, I switch to my elytra, I go down, and after that I wind boost. Okay, so I go up and I recover my stuff. But after that, what happened was he popped me because of a mistake of mine. It's okay, we do mistakes, all of us do, and it's not really a problem. But yeah, uh, not much I can show you. Just that I only did the enderpearl catching, switch to my elytra when he hit me, and continued the usually my style of play, you know. That's all. uh hmm. Okay, so I think here he paused me. Yeah, he paused me here, but that's okay. That's okay. We do mistakes. I started to pot up and the totem offend my totem, and after that I think he pops me again here due to again one mistake. Yeah, he popped me with because I was wearing elytra and free hit, and I got popped. Here I did my last resort, so my last resort, and I switched to my shield. I think it's an old video, so I do not really remember, But oh no, I actually just sworded him with a bridge swap, okay, and it actually worked out.